Hi, welcome. So this is a continuation of the earlier lecture regarding merge conflict resolution. We'll just pick up from where we left earlier. Now we have seen that after performing a merge conflict resolution, the original file with conflict markers are saved by Git in a file with .orig extension or spelled as .org. So if you remember, we earlier tracked this file when we ran the git status command, and this was a file that was generated by Git as a backup. Now there are two ways in which you can deal with such files. If you allow the file to generate but do not want to track it, then you need to add files with .org extension in the .gitignore file. And if you don't want such files to be generated at all, then you need to configure the .gitconfig file. So I'll show you now the first step as to what you need to do. Okay, so now I will take steps so that we can ignore all files that have extension of .org so that we don't need to track those files. For this purpose, we need to create the .gitignore file, and we need to simply add star.org or asterisk.org. Now we'll quit the editor after saving the contents, and let's do a git status now. And well, you can see that 404.html.org is not visible anymore here. Rather, we can only see the .gitignore file, which we need to just add and then commit. So let's clear the screen and let's add the .gitignore file. And then we need to just commit the file, git commit -m, creating .gitignore file to ignore temporary files generated during merge process. Close quotes, press enter. Let's clear the screen and let's do a git status now. And well, we have a clean working directory. Let's clear the screen once more. So this was the first step we took, whereby we can ignore the temp files generated during a merge conflict. Alternatively, we can do another thing whereby we simply prevent generation of such temporary files during the merge conflict. So for this purpose, we need to configure the .gitconfig file. We'll add a particular git configuration option for that purpose. So the configuration we need to do is git config --global merge tool .keep backup space false. So by default, merge tool.keep backup has a value true, and hence it allows generation of temporary files during the merge conflict. Now let's press enter, and here you go. So let's check out the result of our configuration. So you can check the configuration in the git config using git config --global --list. Press enter, and here is the configuration we have done just now. So henceforth, if we go through any merge conflict resolution process, Git will not generate any temporary merge files, and hence the headache of tracking such files can be prevented. So with this, we conclude this lecture.